Making art every day for 31 days? Can I really do that? Well, I'm challenging this idea by participating in Peachtober this year and making an art piece every single day for the month of October. I'm also adding a challenge every single day to my art process. Howdy hey, I'm Kit Kat and welcome to day 27 of Peachtober. Today's prompt is axe, and before we get into anything, it's time for card attack time! The time where I get attacked with an extra challenge, so let's pick today's challenge. As you can see, there are not very many challenges left because we are at the end of Peachtober pretty much. Crazy! Today's challenge is alphabet soup, where I have to somehow include the entire alphabet into the piece. I put this one in here because honestly, we like a good hard challenge. I feel like to kind of complete this, one thing I'll do is maybe have some kind of funny statement, like a little comic strip vibe to it where there's something going on in the piece and then I'm talking about it in words so I can get some letters in, and then we'll see how else I do it. Maybe we'll just end up putting a can of alphabet soup in the piece. Who knows? But anyways, before we get into it, this is my color palette and here's my silly little sketch. Oh, but you might notice that this page is blank, so what am I doing for my sketch? Well, I wrote a little note here, and I'm going to show you my actual sketch now. This is my other sketchbook, but it's like a journal / sketchbook, so most of the time it's just journal, and then sometimes when I have an idea and I don't have any other paper on me, I draw things in here. And in here, oh gosh, it's upside down, whatever. As you can see, it's dotted. Oh my gosh. I opened up to the page of the sketch. I did not plan that. Anyway, this is dotted, which is part of why I like to draw in it, because I can make nice line work. But it's not like a notebook where it's lines. Hopefully that makes sense. I drew this idea in October of last year. That's crazy. I never made it into anything. I sketched out this funny idea I had, and then I was like, I'm not gonna do it. Whatever. Well, then I got the prompt, axe, and I was like, ooh, this could be really fun with that idea that I made forever ago in my journal. I wonder if I can find it. It's still here, y'all. I decided I wasn't going to resketch the idea into my sketchbook since I already had the idea in this one. It just didn't make sense. More work, And we're trying to get through drawing every day for 31 days, my goodness. So this is my idea. We shall figure out how we're going to include alphabet soup into this one, but I think we can do it. And with that, let's get cooking. And welcome back to another voiceover with Kit Kat. I wanted to start off by showing the sketch a little bit up close for you so you could see it. Also, I decided to take some aesthetic videos of my studio because the lighting was hitting. The leaves outside are giving fall, and it is just a vibe right now in the studio. And so I also thought it would be fun to show you what it looks like in my studio, because a lot of times you just see me working on the art. So I thought it would be fun for you to see another angle of how it all looks. Also, I put on a comfy sweatshirt because it's been getting chilly in our apartment, officially. Please don't judge me. I'm still drinking an iced coffee. Even though it's freezing in the apartment, it doesn't matter. I'm still drinking an iced coffee, and on goes life. Anyways, let's get into this piece and crunching down on working on it. And let's talk about the piece. Also, we are going to speed things up so that you can kind of see the full process while we talk about it. So, I made this design over a year ago, which is crazy. I had this idea so long ago, and it is now finally coming into fruition, and I'm getting to make it into an actual piece, which just makes me giggle a little bit. You know, when you have that piece where you're like, that was cool, that was a good idea, but I'm not gonna do it. That was this piece. Like, it was an idea that made it to the sketchbook, but it never made it to the page. And finally, today, it did. And I loved this idea when I sketched it out in my sketchbook, so I really don't know why I didn't turn it into a design. I guess I just was really busy at the time and decided it didn't really matter. But anyway, I kind of repurposed it for the prompt, axe, and got a little bit silly. The joke of this piece is supposed to be that everything is falling apart in the kitchen. And then, like, the comment at the bottom is, cooking is fun. But then, like, everything is falling apart. I don't know why, but that just sounded like a funny concept to me. And so that is what we made. I also was like, man, thank goodness this is the piece that I got alphabet soup on, because I can somehow sort of incorporate the alphabet into this piece. So the first way I did that, of course, was cooking is fun. That already has some of the letters in the alphabet. So that was one way that I got some of them done. And then, as you'll see later, I did decide to do a can of alphabet soup because I literally did not know how else to include the alphabet in this piece. And honestly, I thought it would work really well. A can of alphabet soup just like spilling over into the counter because everything is falling apart, of course, for our dear chef friend. This is not giving Ratatouille. This is giving the opposite of Ratatouille. This is giving I can't cook. This is giving not everyone can cook. Anyway, so that is the concept behind the piece. And comment below what you think the name of our chef should be. I feel like he should have a really silly, goofy name. I mean, can we even call him a chef? Because, like, he can't cook. Like, he is falling apart. Loki, this is like me in my kitchen sometimes. Like, there's just stuff everywhere. I'm like holding on by a thread. I'm like, man, I hope my husband comes home soon so that I can get this all figured out in the kitchen because there are dishes everywhere. This is a mess. Does anyone here like really love cooking? I mean, like, I like cooking, okay? I like good food. But the process of like making a mess all over the counter sometimes just does not sound fun. And that's what happens. Like, I don't think I actually have the capability of cooking dinner without making a huge mess. So anyone else relate to that? But also, like, anyone else really love to cook here? Maybe? I don't know. Anyways, our little friend is cooking. Is he even cooking? Not really. It's falling apart. Also, I have to add, I made a list of like the alphabet to make sure that I got every single letter into the piece. So if you want to do a little hide and seek find or whatever and like find all of the letters, they are all there. I also spelled out a word, which I think is hilarious. I spelled out the word death because everything is falling apart so badly in this piece that like this guy's about to like die low-key. Like, the fire is burning everywhere. It's such a mess. Like, I genuinely think he is on the brink of like a huge kitchen catastrophe where he might die. So that is why I put that word in there. And then I obviously put all the other letters. So I checked like multiple times to make sure that I got every letter in the alphabet into this piece. It is there. You can go check it for me. Write out all 26 letters and let me know if I got them in there, but I'm pretty sure I did. Make sure to count the words that were like in the actual like caption where it says cooking is fun, because those counted as letters too, in my opinion. And moving on to colors, my family absolutely mocked me the other day saying that I used orange in my least favorite colors video, which, I mean, accurate, I probably did. And they have been counting how many times I've been using orange. Well, guess what? You can count another one to your list. I used orange again today. I love orange, okay? It's one of my favorite colors. And honestly, every color I used today is one of my favorite colors. Like, I just had such a fun time with the colors. And that's all I have to say about the color choices. There's really no like deep reasoning. It was just, I really want to use colors that I like, and so I'm going to do that. And that is what I did for today's piece. I also just love blue, orange, and yellow together. It's another color combo I like. I used a color palette in my big list of color palettes. If you want to know where I get my color palettes from, I'm going to give you the scoop on that one. So we have this game in our house. It's called Hues and Cues. And last year when we got married, it came off of our registry. When we got the game, it's like a game about colors, and so there's like color palettes on like each of the cards. So last year when I did Peachtober / started making more art on my iPad, I pretty much just like stole the color palettes from the Hues and Cues game, and that's how I got like a ton of my color palettes. And then ever since then I just kind of have kept using them. So if you're looking for a way to get color palettes, Hues and Cues. But also if you like colors I'm using, sometimes I'll also like go on Pinterest or things like that if I like a color palette. And in Procreate there's actually like a bubble drop, color drop tool that you can use to get the colors you want to use. So I'll sometimes use that as well to get my color palettes, but like that's the main two ways I do it. I either use the Hues and Cues game, or I just get them off of like Pinterest, or sometimes like other artists I like, I'll, you know, save some of those colors or try to like find them myself. So this color palette though, pretty sure it's from Hues and Cues. Like I'm pretty positive that I got this color palette from the Hues and Cues game. So I guess shout out to Hues and Cues. And that is the deep meaning behind the colors. There's no deep meaning. I just really like these colors together, and I think they look very fun, and I think that they worked really well for the piece. When I saw the final design and how it all came together, I think that the colors worked perfectly, and I was super happy with how it turned out. I would love to know from y'all if this is something you would want as a print and or sticker, or I mean something else. I don't know. If there's something else you think it would look cool on, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts. Or if you're like, no, I would never buy that, that's fine. I'd be happy to hear that too, because I would rather know the truth than hear that you want it, but really you were just saying that to be nice. I can handle it, don't worry. But yeah, let me know if this is something that you would like to see as a design on my shop website. Also, if you didn't know, I do have a shop website with my art on it, so if you've been enjoying my art and you would like to support, you could always check that out. There's also going to be a ton of new stuff coming to the shop when Peachtober is over, because I've already started turning some of the designs into prints, and I'm planning to design a couple of them into stickers. Not sure which ones yet. If there's any designs from Peachtober that you would really like to see as a sticker, you can just comment that below, or on any video, whatever. But yeah, if you have any thoughts on what you'd like to see in the shop, please let me know. I would love to hear what you would like to see, and I would love to make that happen, especially because we're going into the holiday season. So if any of these look like something you'd like to give to somebody as a gift, as a cool, unique art gift, let me know. I can make that happen. And you made it to the end of the video where I get to show you the final design. Thanks for watching. We are so close to the end. It's crazy. Tomorrow is day 28. There are 4 days left of Peachtober. And if this is your first video you're tuning into, I want to let you know that I have been making a video every single day this month. That means so far I've made, counting today, 27 videos in 27 days. It's been wild. If you want to go see my Peachtober process and hear more about each piece and my behind the scenes thoughts on them, they are all obviously up on my channel. I would love to have you hit that subscribe button and come stick around for a while. And there will be more content obviously coming after Peachtober. It will probably not be daily anymore, obviously, but I would love to have you stick around because I will be continuing to talk about my art and my journey and other things along the way. I will see you tomorrow for another day of Peachtober, and I will catch you on the flippity flop Bye.